On the surface, the Empire is all but invincible. It is the greatest of the old world's realms, both in extent and in military might. Founded 2.5 millennia ago, it has withstood countless assaults by Greenskins, Skaven, Chaos, and its many neighbours. Beneath the banner of the twin-tailed comet, emblem of its founder god Sigmar Heldenhammer, the state armies of the Empire take to the field behind their mighty griffin-riding emperor, confident of victory. However, scratch the surface and peer just beneath, and things take on a different aspect. Deep in the remote forests of this vast realm, Beastman and worse still lurk, even though the forces of Chaos were expelled from the land 2 centuries ago. The taint of Chaos touches everywhere, inflicting strange mutations that force good folk to hide from their neighbours or face the flames of the witch hunters. Strange and secretive cults worship blasphemous gods, and there are worrying rumours concerning the Emperor's health. Beyond the Empire's borders, past the icy fringes of Kislev and Norska, the swelling forces of Chaos inhabit the twisted and unnatural northern Chaos wastes. Leaders rise and fall, amassing armies to raid and plunder, only to have them disperse again. It has been 2 centuries since any champion of Chaos has arisen with the strength to unite the enemy without. But rumour suggests a new chosen of the ruinous powers walks the north, and is binding the warlike tribes together. So, the rulers of the old world do not relax their vigilance. They keep their eyes steadily on this terrible external threat, and in doing so, they overlook the enemy within.
Hello and welcome to Garblag Games. Apologies for the delays there. There are a few technical difficulties, but our Dwarven engineers have sorted it out. So tonight, here on Garblag Games, we are playing the Enemy Within campaign, and this is the first episode of our actual play of Enemy in Shadows. And I am Pete, your Games Master.
Hello, I am Ben, and I shall be playing the lovely Blessed Annika, a priestess of Myrmidia Initiate.
Hi, I'm Roger. I am playing Burnoth Anvilfist, the Dwarven Karak Ranger from Karak Asgaraz.
Hello, I'm Leon, and I'm playing Hieronymus Patches Shortbottom. I'm playing a halfling physician's apprentice who's nearing the end of his training to be a full physician.
Hi, I'm Simon. I'm playing Heinkel Kruger, who's about to devastate everyone by trying to cast a spell.
Hey, it's nice to meet you. To meet you is, well, nice. My name's Millie. I'm going to be playing Brucey Forsyth, who is a human greenfish.
Yes, excellent. Right. Thank you very much. So, excited tonight, slightly annoyed by technical difficulties, but here we go. So, we would like to say a massive thank you to the people at Cubicle 7 and Games Workshop for sponsoring our actual play of the Enemy Within campaign. I have been talking to them for quite a while now, and we've got to a really cool place where we can start running through this and be doing some giveaways on our shows. This is the first part of a 6-episode run of Enemy in Shadows, and we'll see how far we get and how much you guys enjoy it before we have a bit of a break for something else, and we'll come back later in the year for some more WFRP. Okay, cool. Before we begin, please don't forget to go and check out all our social media. There are links below in the About if you're watching on Twitch, or in the video description if you're watching back on YouTube. If you are on YouTube, then please come and join us on Twitch. And if you're watching on Twitch, don't forget to go and subscribe to YouTube. And hopefully, Roger's putting some links in the chat right now. Yes, he is. Great. Thank you, Roger. Also, come and join us on our Discord, where we talk about all the games that we play on our channel, all of our shows, including this show. And we have got over 300 people on there now, talking about games, running games, and all kinds of other crazy stuff going on in the chat. It's been fun recently. Also, check out our Patreon. All of those who support us, you fantastic people, you help us to make all of this possible, to keep us going with software, kit and equipment, the games that we play, and all the things that we use for Garbler Games. So thank you to those who do support us. So please go and check out our Patreon. There's loads of stuff, free stuff if you are there, including some articles I've written about Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, 4th edition. And if you become a patron, then there's loads more extra stuff you get, as well as some secret channels on our Discord, where you get to watch us making characters for these shows, and you also get to chip in for NPCs in some of our shows as well. So lots of things to check out. We will be doing a giveaway of one of these books, the Enemy in Shadows hardback book. We will be giving that away today.
Not to Leon.
Not to Leon, unfortunately.
Who has statistically won every prize we've ever offered.
Once, twice in a row.
Yes. However, we'll be doing a special giveaway on the break. So we often have a break halfway, and what we'll be doing is we'll be giving you a special hashtag to put in the chat at the beginning of the break, and when we come back, our wonderful Nightbot will select a winner, and
Praise
they will
Nightbot.
be receiving the Enemy in Shadows direct from Cubicle 7, and we will put you in touch with them to get your prize. Right. Okay. So what else? You can buy rerolls for our players. So if you spend, isn't it 1,000 Garblag Groats, you get a player reroll.
For a player reroll, it is 1,000 Garblag Groats, and that's the only number we care about. There are no other rerolls available. You cannot spend any more than 1,000.
Hello, there we go. Blood for the Blood God, 2,000 points spent.
Oh, for crying
well, if,
out
like
loud.
Narad Nidzeka, you spend 2,000 Garblag Groats, then I get a reroll, which I can use to reroll one of my rolls, or I can get the players to reroll one of their rolls, which...
there's another one.
There's another one.
Crap baskets.
Blood for the Blood God. Keep them coming. Wrong Chaos God for Enemy Within. Anyway, so what I should say...
Wait, what?
Wait,
I've
what?
never read Enemy Within.
Don't worry.
There's no Chaos Gods.
What I
Oh,
should
for
say,
crying out loud, he's
Skulls
given you
for the
another
Throne
one.
of Pete. That's even better. Look, McNeil's 5 has given me 2. Whoa.
Oh my word.
Good job these don't roll over between episodes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we should say is the Enemy Within campaign is the grand campaign for Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay.
There's
and
one
has
for
been...
Roger.
Oh, one for Roger. Cool.
Hey.
Kazook.
I'm assuming it's for Roger. They shouted
Yeah.
Kazook in
Yeah.
the thread. So
I don't know why that would make you think it was for me.
Go and watch Flint and Steel. Flint and Steel, our previous Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay shows on the channel on the YouTube. So this is the classic Enemy Within campaign that lots of people have played because it's been published with every edition of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. This is the 4th, therefore, version of the Enemy Within. And what the lovely people at Cubicle 7 have done is they've realised that there are going to be a lot of people who've played this before. So what we have is we have this book with lots of extras in, the grognard boxes, which you're all probably fairly familiar with if you're Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay fans. And if you're not, they're additional optional events that you can use to just make the adventure a little bit different for anyone who has played the Enemy Within before. And they also do these lovely companion books, which have extra stuff in, and some generally useful things about the Empire, and additional rules for traveling and all kinds of things. And these are fantastic books. These are both available in hardback, and the other books in the Enemy Within campaign are being published. They're out in PDF at the moment, and they'll be going through those. We are giving one of these away tonight, and every week we will be giving away prizes. Next week we're giving away a couple of PDFs. The week after we'll be giving away an Enemy in Shadow companion, then some more PDFs, and we will end with a double set. But more about that later. Right, so it is a dark afternoon. It is overcast, and it is raining. And mere hours ago, you were safe and comfortable inside a coach on the road from Delbrun to the Middenheim Altdorf Road. Unfortunately, your coach crashed, and your coach driver flew into a tree and was impaled, and the horses ran off into the woods, probably likely to be eaten by foul beastmen or worse out there in the dark woods of the Empire. And as you climbed out of it, you found that the axle was shattered, and you had not the tools or skill to repair your vehicle. And so we see 5 figures trudging through the mud and rain, dishevelled and wet, sodden to the bone, as you make your way along the 2-coach wide standard issue Empire Road. Thank you, Leon. And you, what I want to do is go across this silhouette of 5 figures and have a description of what you will look like. So, as you're making your way up the road, Ben, could you please describe what Blessed Annika looks like?
The Blessed Annika is a very attractive young lady, not terribly old, blonde hair tied around her head several times in plaits, the blue hood of a Myrmidian priestess covering it, white robes under that. She doesn't have a shield or spear yet because she's still an initiate and still waiting to take her final vows, but she has piercing gaze and a strong frame and looks ready to take absolutely no crap.
The rain hasn't helped your mood, so yeah. Okay, and walking along beside the Initiate of Myrmidia, who is walking next to the Initiate of Myrmidia?
Probably me.
Okay.
So Bernoth is, well, obviously a dwarf. He's quite tall for a dwarf at 4'11". He has a probably gut-length beard of golden colour, which matches his hair. He also has blue eyes. He is wearing generally muted colours of greens and browns, including a leather jerkin, which is clothing to a dwarf, along with a long green hooded cloak, which the hood currently pulled up due to the weather, with a bearded axe hung at his hip.
Excellent. Okay. And the figure that is shorter than the dwarf walking along this dirty road, what does Patches look like?
Hieronymus is kind of drabbily dressed. He practices his surgeon stitches on all his own clothing, so he tends to repair his clothing quite a lot. So there's lots of different weird stitch marks up his jacket there. He's about 3'4", so quite a bit shorter than other people in the party. He's got curly chestnut hair, which is currently underneath his hood. He doesn't appear to be armed, but he's got a satchel over his shoulder, like slung across him, which he keeps his medical supplies, probably a few pies pilfered away in the bag, and maybe in a pocket as well, as he's quite cheerily marching along.
Brilliant. Okay, and next to the halfling there is a which of the humans is walking along next to the halfling?
I think Brucey might be. He's quite a cheerful chappy for the most part. He tries to keep spirits up. He's also probably trying to like he is quite chatty. He has very what's the word I'm looking for? Very verbose, very sort of like, oh, so where were you going? What, or maybe trying to, because he's a river folk. He spends a lot of time boating and that kind of. Maybe trying to do like, oh, we could sing. I learned that this shanty. We could sing that to keep us happy. He's quite skinny. He probably take like a couple of steps forward, realize he's ahead of you, and then maybe take a couple of steps back. So he's very fidgety. And if the blessed Annika, am I getting that right? If she's wasn't already annoyed, I imagine this might push her that little bit further, because he just won't shut up. Like when he realizes nobody's talking, he'll fill that space with more talking.
Okay, cool. And last but not least, we have a
the tallest member of the party.
We've already done me, Simon.
We've already done that.
The giant dwarf.
So basically, Heinkel is tall, long hair, hooded like cloak, but the hood is down. He's he doesn't care about the rain. He can control the rain. The rain is nothing. He's got a great big book under his arm, and he's got a big staff in his other hand, and he's happily chatting away because he has not a care in the world. He's not responsible to anyone, and that's Heinkel.
Okay, cool, great. So you are all making your way along this road, and for one reason or another, you are all headed towards Altdorf. So you're heading up. There is a tavern ahead of you. You were told by your coach driver not long ago, and you have been making pretty good pace to try and get there before the night, because you all know that being out at night in the woods, in the forest, in the Empire is a dangerous business. Beastmen, bandits, and brigands roam the woods looking for hapless travelers, halflings, and happy-go-lucky riverfolk who don't know what they're doing. And you guys are making, you're kind of pushing yourselves to get ahead. Thank you, Alric112, for subscribing. And as we're getting to early evening, you can see ahead the lights and the walled frontage of a tavern, and you have been informed that this is the Coach and Horses Inn ahead of you. And as you start walking towards it, you can see, let me just fire up the scene for you guys. We should say as well that we're trying out Foundry for this. This is the first time I've properly GM'd in Foundry, and we are using it for this with the modules that have been released in conjunction with Cubicle 7. And next week we'll have maybe some visuals for you to see. This week we're just trying to be getting it all running, and we are going to be using that. So that's why you might see that funky looking wall with the candles in our rolling window rather than the white box of Roll20. Here we go. So here we go. And this is where me not knowing how this all works. Okay, so you should all be able to see the coach and horses on the screen. Can you see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Excellent. And this is a tavern with a wall around it. It is in the middle of nowhere in the woods. From here, you know that it's probably, a couple of days coach beyond to Altdorf. Not far. But walking would take you about a week. And you don't want to spend a week in the woods. You know this is a bad idea, a very bad idea. So as you approach, you can see the lights are on. there is the sound of laughter and merriment, people drinking coming from inside the walls. And as you get onto the stretch of road that curves in through the front doors of the tavern, they actually are opening, kind of sliding open in the kind of mud that kind of gets accreted up around the base of the walls. And a horse and a coach and horses comes, funnily enough, from the Coach and Horses Inn, comes charging out of the gates, heading directly towards you. Everybody make a perception. Here we go. Skills. Yeah, everyone make a perception roll. This isn't to see if you do it. This is to see who gets the best result and who spots it.
Oh, it makes noises.
Yeah, it makes little dice rolly noises. Oh, all of our video screens have disappeared.
I know. Zoom and Foundry just fell out on my laptop for a moment.
Oh, okay, no worries.
But folks should be able to see Foundry for us.
They can see Foundry, and they can see the dice rolling nicely there.
Yeah. And I will just hit Zoom with a stick in the background.
Okay. No worries. Oh, there we go. That's cool. That looks good.
Yeah.
So
Foundry appears to have lost my character details. All I've got is my very basic stats. So I'm going to have to hit it with a stick.
Okay. Well, let's have a look here. Let's see how everyone did. Bernoth got -2 success levels.
No, I didn't. I got 0.
0. Oh, sorry. I was looking at an earlier thing. Yep, there you go. You did a charm test earlier for some reason. Heinkel got 4 success levels. Bernoth got 0 success levels. And Hieronymus got -4 success levels.
If there's the smell of cooking, it's because I had my eyes closed and I'm just...
You're following your
Floating.
nose. Okay, well, you don't notice then. You're too focused on the smell to really notice what's going on.
What does perception come off of as a skill?
Intelligence. Oh no, it's not
Initiative.
intelligence.
Initiative, yeah.
Yeah, initiative.
Let me roll that for you.
There you go, 2. Oh, that's okay. So, Heinkel, you see...
Critical pass.
You see...
Huh?
So just on success levels, who gets the most success levels? You see that this is a coach bearing the livery of the ratchet lines of Altdorf. And it looks fairly old, this coach. And it is moving at pace towards you. So fast, in fact, that it looks like it's about to run over Hieronymus as he is drifting along following his nose.
I will try and move Hieronymus out the way. Or shout, "Whoa, hey!"
There's a man on top of it. Out of the way! Out of the way! Move aside! Coming through! Move, you fools! It is going to try and run you down. Here we go.
At least it's not a Zamboni, Leon.
They're probably just going to go over the top of me.
Oh, if you just lied,
Oh, that's good. You could just lie down, couldn't you, and get out of the way.
Because horses don't stamp on the ground.
They don't touch the
They
floor.
float over it.
Well, the horses are actually very good at avoiding people that fall on the floor. When they do fall on the floor. So we can either have, you can all watch as Hieronymus tries to dodge these horses, or someone could attempt to try and pull Hieronymus out of the way.
Brucey will do that if nobody else
I
does.
would try and help him.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Okay.
Someone who's better at it will do it.
Am I next to Hieronymus?
It's someone who's
I am, aren't
shorter,
Yes.
close to the
yes.
ground.
Yes, so-
Someone's put a death already. First fate point spent.
I'm going to fix the carriage driver with a look that says you can't afford to run us over.
This guy looks like he does not give a shit. He is staring at you, and he's got a blunderbuss, which he seems to be bringing over his. He's holding the reins with one hand, and he's kind of trying to get a blunderbuss over to like rest on his arm to like try and bring it to bear on you. Out of the way! Out of the way! Right. Okay. So what we're going to have.
I can't die on an empty stomach.
Well, you had third breakfast, didn't you? You must be okay. There, we're back on the screen. Excellent. Thanks, Millie. So we're going to have a dodge roll, an average plus 20 dodge roll by whoever wishes to try and pull Hieronymus out of the way. And if they fail, Hieronymus will get a dodge roll himself.
Then he'll get run over by a carriage.
I did say I would do it before I found out what it was.
Both of you can try. You are both, Brucey and Burnoff, both sort of went, whoa!
One arm each, just lift him up and move him.
So what is this?
I succeeded.
What is it? Oh, okay. I didn't need to bother. No, should I try?
Are you swinging him out of the way like a 5-year-old on a walk?
There you have a go as well.
Oh, okay. So what is it?
Do we need you to scroll down on your?
It should.
I think there's just a bit of a delay.
Yeah. What is it? Challenging or?
It's a plus 20.
Oh, an average.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
I get
look
an
at that.
impressive.
Rolled a 1 versus 59. An impressive success.
Yeah.
So, Burnoff, you do move towards, and you kind of hand touches Hieronymus's like cloak, but Brucey just scoops him out of the way.
It's like some kind of dance move.
Yeah, twirling, like you would throw a fishing net. You turn and grab Hieronymus and almost let him go to sort of plonk him down, but you don't, and you place him nicely on the ground.
And remember, keep fishing.
Yep.
This coach just rumbles past, giving you not a thought. Its curtains are drawn. There's a guy sitting on top of it, staring at you as it rumbles off up the road away from you, heading up towards the main road that goes between Middenheim and Altdorf. Mud splatters Heinkel, covering his nice cloak and hood in a splat of mud, and a bit gets on your book because you are just carrying it under your arm in the rain.
I am just carrying it under my arm. Yes.
Yeah. So you are standing there, and the gates are open, and there's like a young lad standing by them, slightly agog at you. Hello?
Evening. We're looking for beer and fire.
Oh, we've got both. We've got both through here. Through
Excellent.
here. And he points through at.
You have a bath.
A bath. Yeah. But you can have
Come on,
a
boys,
wash.
speak.
Yes. You can have a wash. Yeah. Maybe not a bath. We can draw something for you. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely for your friend there, he says, pointing at the halfling.
So you have a bucket.
Thank you, Tom Bryan 83, for subscribing.
Did you recognise that loony on the horses with a coach?
Oh, they were in a rush to get to Middenheim.
Yes, well, we were in a rush to get to Altdorf. You don't see us running people over on the road.
Oh, very busy, urgent business or something. I don't know. I'm very sorry. It's not standard greeting to the coach and horses.
Stop stuttering, boy. Find your words.
Hey, let's just get inside.
You're
and
a
get
very
beer.
stern older woman staring at him, and he's a young,
I'm like
stable
19,
boy.
so not that much older.
No, but to him, he's
Aged. I'm a
he's like
crow.
12. You know, he's like a 12-year-old.
Oh. Practically middle age in WFRP.
Yeah.
He's not stuttering. Your Wi-Fi is shit.
That too. And he points back at the building. And if you guys zoom in on the map, you can see that the pale discs there have numbers in them. And he says, "Oh, there is a coach. There is another coach going tomorrow, I think."
Going to Altdorf.
And he's like pushing. I don't know. The coachmen are inside. And he points at the building number 4. You're coming in the top of that map. So if you're facing down on your right, you can see that building. Can you see my cursor?
I can't see anything because it says the game is paused for me.
I don't see the number.
Oh, I can see all them.
If you zoom in,
moving around.
Here we go. There's it's got a long bar in it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going theatre of the mind because Foundry's just shat the bed.
Oh no.
Okay, no worries. So as you go in, this building is in 2 halves. One on either side of a kind of archway that goes through the center of the building to a back stable yard. You can see at the back there is a stable with straw and things, and there is a coach in your line of sight right down through the center of the building to the back through like a little archway. On either side, you have got a 2-story building with a kind of slate, rickety slate roof. The chimneys are slightly wonky. There's a symbol of Sigmar, the twin-tailed comet, kind of up on the roof. There's a weather vane. There's a little watchtower to one side, and there is, bits and bobs lying around. There's puddles of water. It's muddy. It's dark. It's rainy, and you are kind of standing there in the entranceway. Your boots and legs and bottoms of your cloak covered in mud, and to your right, just on the right-hand side of this kind of archway through the center of the tavern, the light in that room coming through the thick glass windows. They're small, but you can kind of see candle and hearth light coming in through there. And there's the smell of food, and there is laughter coming from that room.
I'll head in there.
Yeah, let's go. Let's
smell laughter and
go.
all the rest of it.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Get on.
So you head in, and you have to sort of go in go down the archway in the middle of it and go in through a door. And as you open the door, it is bright and cheerful in here. There is a fireplace down at the far end from you. And there is a long bar right near you with sort of tables dotted around, and sort of more off down to your left in a larger sort of drinking area near the fire. And there are a few people dotted around having different drinks. And you can see, as you open the door, across the room, clearly a finely dressed young woman stares at you. Suddenly, it's the first thing that you kind of see, this very prim and proper looking lady in a very fine dress, her hair done immaculately, amidst all this kind of muck and bass revelry going on around. You see her, and she looks up at your party and gives you a very icy stare. And you can see she is sitting with 2 other women. One is tall and heavily built, while the other is small and mousy looking.
Well, if we're doing icy stares, I think I can give as damn good as I get.
Okay.
I will smile broadly.
Are you going to try and intimidate?
No.
Are you just going to stare back?
I'm just going to meet her gaze.
Okay.
With equanimity.
Okay, cool. That seems to raise one of her eyebrows, but then she returns to her conversation. A young man is sitting at another table, absorbed in a book. Leaning on the bar is a foppish gentleman who, as you enter as well, turns to gaze at you, and he kind of nods his head backwards with a kind of leering glare at Blessed Annika. And 2 men are very near you. Their backs to you. They're kind of sitting there in their own little corner, drinking away, shouting and drinking and laughing. And these two chaps are wearing coachman liveries. And it's, it's evident that they are coachmen. These two guys are coachmen. A small man is a thin barman is there, and a large bartender, landlord, I should say, not bartender, suddenly appears in view, as if he had been hiding behind the door that you've just come in. And he just steps in front of you and says, "Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Coach and Horses. More travellers, please come in, rest your weary feet, and have some ale and food. By Sigmar, you must all be famished. I did not hear another coach. Have you walked all the way from Delbrun? What?
Coach broke down on the road some way back. We've had to walk.
Oh, well, come in then. Come in. Sit by the fire, please, please.
We travelled to
Warm
Altdorf.
yourselves.
When might we find passage there?
Oh,
But
well,
just wait for a moment for some beer and some food and maybe the bath you were after.
Here. Let me get you to a table. And he kind of he's
one by the fire, please.
He's bustling you down the kind of corridor past the foppish-looking gentleman who is shuffling some cards in his hand between his fingers as you go. And he sits you down. This guy, I'm Gustav. Please. Here. Right. Yes. Herpin. Fetch some ale. Ale is ale good? Ale good. Ale.
I'll do nicely.
Yes, excellent. And we'll fetch some bread. I think we have some bread left over from this morning, perhaps. That should keep you going until we sort out dinner. The stew is cooking. Yes. Yeah. Well. Any good stories on the road? Any gossip you'd like to share with us? Any tales you'd like to tell?
If I see the coachman that just left, he's a dead man.
Oh, they've some very busy dignitary they needed to get somewhere in a hurry. I don't know. They're setting out in the evening like this. It's folly, I tell you, folly.
Oh, so we shouldn't be trying to run people over.
No. But are you okay? Is somebody hurt?
We're fine.
Well, the coach driver's not so great.
I wish I'd lurched for his blunderbuss.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that your driver isn't with you. Yes. Well, and Herpin, this thin chap, he's got like a little beard, no moustache, sort of thin hair, and he comes over and goes, "Your ales," and slides it onto the table. Right, I'll fetch the bread, and he kind of slopes off to the kitchens out the back. Oh, don't worry about Herpin. Here, I'm trying to teach him hospitality and how really to, run a tavern and take over so I can have a few days off. But anyway, yes, you were saying how was your journey so far?
Bumpy.
Very well. Well, the chaps down the end there, they're heading out in the morning, and between you and me, they're taking. He sort of gestures around the room at the people in the room. He's taking a few people with him. They may have some room. You might have to go and ask them nicely, but I'm sure they'll fit you on the roof or something if it comes to that. But yes. Check with them. They're headed off to Altdorf in the morning, so I'm sure for a price they'll take you.
I'm going to go sit by the fire and let my muddy clothes dry out so I can try and brush the mud off my books.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to hang up my rain-soaked cloak near the
Okay.
fire, and I'm going to sit down
Cool.
near it with a nail.
And
Okay.
to suddenly remember that we're now exposed and in the open, so I think rather than glaring at people and making myself obvious, I might suddenly have to sit by the fire and pull the old hood a little bit closer. It's time to Aragorn.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So as you go over to the fire, you see this. There's this young chap reading a book, and this foppish gentleman comes over from the bar as Gustav sort of goes away to sort of see to a few other things, and he comes over. Bonjour. How are we on this horrible evening?
We're doing
Glad
okay.
we're by a fire.
Wet.
Bien sûr. Oui, oui. Right.
I
Which
will
of
say
you
something
is?
in Bretonian.
Oh, hello.
Hello, how you doing?
It's the LOLO method of accents.
Good morning.
Good
Wait,
morning.
so you you have traveled, my friend. It is so nice to meet someone so cultured here within this empire, he says in Bretonian.
Yeah, they can be a little bit rough around the edges, these guys.
Not just
Especially the
edges.
short ones.
I shall mutter under my breath in Estalian then.
He gives you a dodgy look. Well, if any of you wish to undertake a game of chance, then please, later on I shall be playing the cards over there. He points over to a table where there's he's got a little wine bottle and a glass, and there's his kind of cloak over the side, and what looks like a rapier. He's got well, it's a nice sword.
I think you will find you would refer to it as a rapier.
A rapier. Over there as well. So it kind of you can see that's his table that he's been sitting at.
The Patch's brass coins are going to be burning a small hole in his pocket. Bit of gambling.
He shuffles a few cards sort of between his fingers, like fancy deck shuffling, and says, and sort of waves and heads off back to his table to drink some of his wine. He seems to be eating something, but not very much. A small plate of something. So you hang up your clothes, and they start to dry by the fire. They bring some food over to you, and put that down. It seems Gustav has taken a bit of a I don't know, a soft touch with you guys. He's not charging you for this food and your first ale. He's letting you off because you've had such hard luck. And you think it may have something to do with the rich lady sitting in the corner who's probably paying over the odds. He can probably let you guys off the odd brass penny, and it's probably not going to break the bank. So you guys are sitting there eating your food, and a large crow flies in through the window, flaps around the room a bit, and then lands down on the bar next to Gustav. And he pulls out of his pocket, it looks like corn or something, and he goes, "Here you go, Blackie. Here you go. You love this stuff. You can't get enough, can you? Can you?" He goes, "Can't get enough. Can't get enough."
Yeah, they can talk.
And starts pecking at the corn on the table. The crow has one skill: language Reichspiel, and the talent mimic.
That's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
As a tough.
It's so good.
I love it.
Yeah, and it's sitting there, kind of pecking and looking around the room. In that kind of sudden twist of the head, glass bead eyes, kind of occasionally staring at you guys, and then pecking, and then head pops up and stares at you again. And
How do you teach it to do that?
He's always been able to do that. I just, he can copy things that you say as well.
Can he really?
Can he really?
Cora, that's smart.
It just goes back to eating his food.
We've met ogres that can't talk as well.
Cool. Okay. So what are you guys doing? You're letting your clothes dry. It's about half an hour sort of passes, and you are all sitting there nicely. And the coachmen down the far end, you've noticed, in particular, Brucey and Heinkel, you guys have noticed that they are drinking a lot. They are getting ale and ale consistently, and then the odd kind of short of something chasing, and they are getting just hammered, and their conversation is getting more and more raucous. And Gustav comes over to you and says, "Oh, you might be best to talk to those fellows before they pass out for the evening."
Well, all right then. Let's 5 seats to Altdorf, is it? Is that what we're doing?
I think we are. Let's go and have a chat.
See if we can get on their coach.
Right. I'll look at the wizard or the wizard in training. Right.
I will come along.
Are you joining us?
Just a quick question and information for our viewers. Simon, how much do people know about your wizardly ways? I know you're holding a big book, but have they seen you do stuff before? Are you someone who's just interested in magic as far as they're concerned?
Nope. They may have seen. The only thing they might have seen is me move my hand over my book and my book opened. That's the only thing they might have seen.
We've seen him do magic. Can we sit on the table over?
And him.
We sit 2 stables away.
It's fine. He's got green on. That means he's a leaf wizard.
Leaf wizard, yes. So I wouldn't have mentioned the fact that I'm a leaf wizard, but
that's still
because I can't do any
dangerous.
leaf wizard magic yet.
It's still dangerous.
That's
Very
seriously
dangerous.
dangerous. Yeah.
Okay.
I can only do little magic.
I think I've got my skills back in now, Pete.
Oh, brilliant.
hooray.
Excellent. Well done, Ben. I'm just going to have a quick look at Simon's character sheet.
I can't remember where star signs are, though. I've looked through the book a couple of times, but they don't leap out at you.
No.
Do you have the... No, you don't. Okay, cool. Okay, so... Brucey, what are you doing? Sorry?
Gonna look over to the wizard in training, nod, and then head over to the hopefully very drunk coachmen who are not going to charge us anything.
Yeah, I'm going with it. I'm coming along, and we're going to go chat with the coachman.
Please baffle them with brilliance.
Yes.
We can try.
Shut up! No, you're wrong. You're wrong. That's not right.
No, he's definitely right.
No. You do that. The priests of Ulrich are looking for it. I tell you, they are looking for it. And Holtz is wrong, and he pushes the other guy. And Holtz, poor chap, kind of topples over on his chair. And there's a moment where they both pause, and then they burst out laughing. Who are you? Hey, drink.
Yeah, drink. Cheers.
He hands you like half a bit. There's like the beer in his hand has got like a third of an ale left in it, and he hands it to you.
I'll take the beer off him and just like put it, I don't know, on the stairs or something behind me. Like, I'm not going to drink his swill. I'm not that desperate yet. And just or put it on the table or something over and be like, cheers, yeah, and just smile, maintain eye contact. But we heard from the landlord. You might have some space on your coaches. You're heading to Altdorf, correct?
Well, we can. The coat, all of them are on it. He says, kind of gesturing in the wrong direction, but meaning the rest of the people in the room.
Oh yeah, they said that we could squeeze in as well. They don't mind sitting close.
Did she say that?
Yeah.
No, she didn't say that.
No, she did. Look, could you resist this smile? And Brucey smiles like.
Looks you really closely.
Like a crazy man.
Oh, I know you.
You might.
Lady is old, I tell you. She would not like. What?
Space on the coach, yeah?
You can come. It's fine. You can come. You can come.
5.
We'll take you to the next ratchet lines. Next ratchet lines. That's it. That's it. Look, this. He says, pointing at his livery on his tunic. Yeah. Next ratchet lines. The 7 spokes. Yeah, we'll take you to the 7 spokes. You can get another adjoining coach on from there. It's four.
For
Four
free.
Shillings. 4 shillings for each.
For us all.
How many of you are there?
There's only 5. You said that was enough.
Hang on. Right, let me get a character sheet open for him.
2 of them are small, so they don't count. So there's just the 3 humans.
Where are we? Sorry, I've just got to make sure I'm picking the right
Glad the
person.
dwarf's out of earshot.
Yeah.
Skills. Consume alcohol.
Do I need to go and talk to Lady Isolde?
Hang on. Let me do this. Oh, it rolled. And he got -1 success level.
So
that's carry the. That's 16 shillings.
No, it's 12.
12?
Yeah.
What? How many of you did you say there are?
Well, there's the 3 humans, but you wasn't going to charge us for the halfling or the dwarf.
3 adults, 2
We
children.
add them up together. That's 4.
Well, that's still only 12.
Is it?
Yeah.
He rolls. Oh yeah. It's fine. I got -3 success levels. He's like trying to use his fingers for counting, and he's just like, he burps halfway through counting, and he's like, oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're going first thing in the morning.
Cool.
And when he says that, Holtz laughs. Yeah, first thing. He's like getting back up on his chair. I tell you, they're not looking for it. It's not out there. It's no.
I shall rummage in my pocket and pull out a
rabbit.
What's in it?
String of hankies.
I'm trying to work out how the money works. SS is.
It can be exchanged for goods and services.
SS is silver shilling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right,
Ben, are
and
you
D
just
is
trolling Simon?
Pennies.
Yeah.
pennies, and he wants how much?
He wants
12 silver shillings.
He wants 12 silver shillings.
He wants 12 silver shillings.
Which is 144 brass pennies.
Oh, right, okay. Well, that's quite a lot, isn't it?
Why do you think I was trying to get it lower?
Can you actually, sorry, Brucey, can you make a haggle test to oppose my intelligence test?
Sure. Is this, do I get any, like, is it average because he's drunk and I'm supernumerate?
Yeah. You get
Wait, hang on.
plus
Who
20,
said
yeah,
that?
average.
I could have sworn that Millie said she was supernumerate then, not Simon.
Yeah.
No, Brucey is. I'm not.
Sophine's just joined the chat and said, what have I missed? Sounds like this shopping.
I saw that.
No, that's the Traveller campaign. That's the Traveller campaign. Just
Yeah, that is the Traveller campaign.
12 weeks of shopping. Pete's made a world. We're not going anywhere.
Broken up with one-shot combat. Okay.
Is
So
it?
let's have an average
Sure.
haggle.
All right. Haggle test. Oh, impressive failure. Can I use my
Oh, yeah.
reroll? I
Yes,
got a
you can use
reroll.
your reroll.
There we go.
You got a reroll.
I did. I'm going to use it now. It was just as bad. That reroll sucked. I want a new one.
Why are you down us?
I don't know. I couldn't work it out earlier. I've changed
What's
weird.
your character name say in the character sheet?
Brucey.
Oh,
Did you hit? I think if you hit configure, maybe at the top of your sheet, you can get to save the change. I'm not sure.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Okay.
Right. Can I try and charm him?
How would you charm him? How
do I charm
would
him?
you try and charm
Throw
him?
money at him.
That's the kind of charming he wants. Oh look, Millie just
I saw
gave you another reroll,
carriage. I saw your carriage parked outside, and let me tell you, that is one serious machine. How fast does it go?
He's going to charge us more.
Oh, it's like 2 horsepower. It's like really fast.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I bet it must be so exhilarating, sat on top with the wind blowing.
Well, you're going to be up
hair.
on top with me because there's no. Oh, I have to go to bed in a minute. There's no room inside, and Lady is old won't want you muddy folks in there with her.
If you're really drunk and you want me to drive, I can do that.
Oh, that might be a good idea.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean,
really
my fees are reasonable.
Look, I tell you what. Hang on. You said you can drive.
Yeah.
Out of character, Simon. Can your character drive a car?
I'm not sure. I can probably work it out.
Okay. Look. I tell you what. Right. I'll do. We have to pay. You have to pay. Okay.
Yeah.
But I tell you what. If you help out with the bags and stuff in the morning, then 10 shillings.
Sounds good.
He's trying to control himself a bit and like get a bit like he's suddenly coming over. You know when you get your hangover before you've even gone to bed. He's starting to look a little bit like that. But yeah, he says 10 shillings, and like his friend hits him in the arm, like really punches him. He's like, Gunnar, well, we're not gonna make any fucking money. We gotta. They take. Yeah, shut up, Holtz. Shut up, Holtz. 10 shillings. That's
Okay.
it. Sort your money out with your friends. We're going to bed.
If it helps keep Holtz from talking him back up to the right amount of money, I'll find the glass of booze and be like, "Do you want a drink, Holtz?" and give him the other guy's booze
What,
back.
the one that Gunnar gave you?
Yeah, just
You're
bring
gonna
it.
pass it round your back and
yeah,
then, like hand
there
it
you
off
go.
to him.
Just to stop him talking.
Oh, he's like, thanks. This guy? I like this guy.
Yeah.
I like this guy. You coming? You are all of you right? Okay. We'll
Yeah.
see you in the morning. And they kind of like together. They kind of fetch up a few more drinks and a bottle of something, and they kind of stumble off towards the common room, which is the large. So across the way, under the archway, but it's still exposed to like wind, and a bit of the elements. On the far side, there is like a common room where you can see the room with lots of beds in, and no dividing walls or privacy. That's kind of like just over there. Okay.
I might head over to where her ladyship is sitting, since I've probably dried out in the time it's taken this lot to sort themselves out.
Okay. You're going to go over to her ladyship.
Yes.
Okay. But first, we're going to take a short break.
Dun, dun, dun.
Now, what we're going to do is I am going to set up a nice little giveaway. So, when I tell you, viewers, that it's safe to do so, I would like you... Oh, let me get the Nightbot commands up. Here we go.
All hail
Giveaways.
Nightbot.
First time I've done this properly like this. This is cool.
Ready, Leon?
Okay, so please only enter once. But in order to enter the giveaway, please type into the chat #shadows. #shadows.
Is it case sensitive?
No, all lowercase, all lowercase.
Leon, you're not allowed to win.
If you type in #shadows, you will become viable to win a hardback copy of Enemy in Shadows direct from Cubicle 7. I can see them all racking up in
Oh,
there.
look at that.
Oh,
They're
look at
racking
that.
They're all coming, they're all coming. There you go, there's
bang,
lots
bang.
coming in.
Where'd you type that in?
And when we come back from the break, I will select the person. Well, sorry, Nightbot will select the person who wins this book. What they will
I
need
see
to
what's
do.
happening. We got Narodnik we got Gutlag, we got
You can only
Safino.
enter
They're all
once.
creeping out of the woodwork.
If you spam the chat, it will remove you. So please, just
Nobody's
do
spamming.
it once.
They good.
Everybody's
Don't anger
good.
the Nightbot.
Okay, so when we come back from our break, I will click the button that will select the winner. So please do not go anywhere except to maybe refresh your drink, get some more snacks, and join us in about 5-10 minutes for part 2. We're back. Hello, thank you for waiting with us for so long. Big apologies. We've had a really fun night of it for the first episode of our Cubicle 7 sponsored show. Oh, yeah, unfortunately, I am the father of 2 small boys, and one of them doesn't want to go to sleep. So
It's
I just
not
have to go and help
unfortunate.
him.
It's
I thought they
awesome
were
that you're a dad.
dogs.
Well,
It's just unfortunate that
it
it's
is awesome.
What-
Odin did not want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm the father of 2 medium-sized girls, for comparison, and it doesn't change.
I'm the
One of them
mother.
didn't want to go to sleep. The difference is you can just say, "Shut up, go to sleep"
Yeah.
when they're medium-sized.
My
that's true.
medium, my 13-year-old she is now. Good grief. She wouldn't leave me alone until she made a 3rd level sorcerer. I was like, oh, just do it on D&D Beyond. Just go. No, we have to do this now. That was my evening.
Well,
My 11-year-old is a bit like that. We gave her Guild Wars for an end-of-term reward for doing really, really well at school, and now she's like, Guild Wars now. How about now? How about Guild Wars now?
So they're
we've
awesome.
got people chatting about the enemy within in the chat. Let's be careful, no spoilers.
The enemy
Spoilers.
within.
The enemy within.
The enemy within the enemy within.
Withinception. Okay, sorry.
Nightbot.
So
prizes.
before the rather long break, we asked everyone to #shadows in the chat in order to enter the giveaway for the Enemy in Shadows hardback book. And some people may have joined us over chat and not heard that announcement. So if you are sitting there, I am very shortly going to be clicking that button.
#shadows.
In about 5 seconds, in fact. So here we go. 5, 4, 3,
Oh, last minute entry there.
Oh, good effort, Mortlag.
1. I'm going to roll it. Here we go.
It's Garon
Leon-
time. Do
Leon
it
wins.
now.
Do it.
Oh,
Neil.
There we go.
that was abrupt.
Neil
Wiggum.
WGM has
Neil Wiggum.
Neil Wiggum has won the giveaway. Congratulations. Wow.
Well done.
Congrats.
What you need to do is come onto our Discord, which you should be able to do in the about below, but I think I've also put a link on there. Hopefully that link still works.
Yeah, it did.
Come onto the Discord and then find me, Garblag, in Gartopia, I should say. Sorry, it is a wonderful place, and we will have a direct message, and I will put you in contact with the wonderful people at Cubicle 7 who have so kindly sponsored us, product placement in this program, if you hadn't guessed, for Enemy in Shadows hardback, and great stuff. Next week we have another giveaway.
Does look like Neil
Another
Wiggum might have
giveaway.
left.
May have left. Oh my lord. Are they still in chat?
I don't think they are, because Millie was unable to tag them, and they're not showing up as the users in tag.
Well, they did enter the competition.
No, he's in chat.
They did.
He's in chat.
He's in chat.
He's in chat.
Well,
I
mate.
tagged him.
Okay, cool.
He's in the list.
Neil Wiggum. He's probably thinks we're still on a break and hasn't,
Yes,
you know,
my
gone off to
rubbish
make
mod powers. I'm
gone off
looking
to
at the
make a
mod list,
Sunday
and it's
roast or
always out of
something.
date.
Well, if he doesn't say hi by the end of the show, I guess.
Yeah, then we'll have to. But maybe Neil Wiggum is just rushing over to the Discord to make contact. To,
Yeah.
Well, somebody
For
did
the
just
prize.
Maybe
suddenly
he's
appear in
falling
the
off his
Discord,
chair
so-
because he's so excited that he's just won such an awesome prize.
like the drunk coachman that you just saw.
Ooh, what a
in-
nice segue. I like what you did there.
Thanks, Millie. Millie laid that one up, and I.
It's like volleyball.
I do like everybody's just like,
yeah.
just re-roll in case it's me. Just re-roll. Just re-roll. Let's go again.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So no, we're going to get on with the story. So there's a Neil in the Discord now.
But there are more
Okay.
prizes to come in future episodes.
There are
There
more
are.
prizes.
And I was just gonna
Remember,
get off the
points win
list.
prizes. And if you've got Garblag Groats, those are the points you need to spend on me to win prizes.
Yeah, if you give the player re-rolls, I hear it boosts your chance.
It does. It
Well, I can actually
multiplies
increase it
them.
for subscribers and regulars. So, you know, if you stay with us throughout the whole series, then maybe at the end for the finale where we have a special giveaway, then you will be in with a better chance to. No, everyone will have a fair chance. We won't.
Oh yes, Neil has made contact on the Discord.
Excellent. Well done. He deserted the Twitch like a hot potato or a steaming turd, one of the two, I'm not sure, and ran straight to the
No,
Discord.
he's still in Twitch.
I'm
Like
joking.
a twin-tailed comet streaking
Like-
between
ah.
both.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
there are
so-
2 people who just joined on Discord, so further evidence of the twin-tailed comet.
Yeah.
Lintrox159. Thank you for
another
subscribing.
subscriber.
Hail Sigma.
Hell Sigma.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, great. Let's get on with this show.
Holtz
Uh,
falls off his
'cause
chair.
it's-
Yes,
Nearly
it's
11
the
o'clock and we wanna do
seduce-off
another half
between
hour.
me and Heinkel.
Oh yes. So Lady Isolde is sitting in the corner with these 2 other ladies around her, and she is sort of eating very daintily, chewing at some food and looking at some papers, to sort of in her bag to one side, and she has a kind of mousy younger lady to sort of sitting between you and her, and then sitting next to her, eyeing the room like a trapped badger, is a clearly warrior woman, and she is looking around, watching everyone. And as the 2 of you approach, she gives you a steely glare. She has a sword at her belt. She's wearing leather armor. And the Lady Isolde blanks you as you approach. She's not looking at you, and you can tell she's deliberately not looking at you. Not like, oh, she hasn't caught my eye. It's like kind of thing.
That's not a pro. A pro you wouldn't be able to tell.
What are you going to do? What are the 2 of you doing as you approach?
I'm going to let Heinkel take a swing and a miss first.
I shall giggle some, and then say to Anika, "I'm sure that's Catherine. I'm sure that's the one we saw the other day. She's got her hair slightly differently, though. I think. I'm sure she was wearing a purple dress."
She is ignoring you. You can see to the side she has a loot case, which as you approach, she still doesn't look at you, but she picks it up and clutches it to her.
Wait, this is like a Woofrup violin case. That's got a Tommy gun in it.
Repeat
And
a
she's got like
handgun.
she's young. She has
I shall
red
say-
golden hair, green eyes, and a kind of nice sort of hat on.
No, it's definitely not her. Her nose is far too big.
Oh my god, I can't believe you're negging her.
Her eyes open wider, and she turns to the younger mousy lady and she says, please tell these ruffians to leave my presence. And this young lady turns around to look at you, and there is an imploring, pleading look on her face, a welling of tears in the eyes, and she looks up at the two of you and says, "Please leave us alone. Her ladyship does not want to be disturbed right now."
My apologies.
Maybe
for
maybe
my
she's not
travelling
quite.
companion.
Maybe she can't quite see what she is doing. Hang on, where's that magic?
Oh no.
But by the way, magic is not like I can sneakily mumble a thing under my breath. Magic is like,
Behold me as I cast my mind
and you're like,
control
open your book and you're
upon
like,
thee.
as Naz Imbatu.
No.
As
That's
Naz
only,
Imbatu.
that's only if you're doing like proper magic. Petty magic is like completely different.
Petty magic is burn the witch, isn't it?
Petty magic is completely
That's the
different.
unlicensed.
No. If you're
No.
apprenticed, then you're assumed to have the license of your. Anyway, it's far too late. I've said I'm doing it now.
My lady is old.
And what are you doing?
I'm going to create light.
You're going to cast light spell in the middle of the tavern.
Well, yeah. It was,
Okay.
my other options were flame. That might not go down so well.
Okay.
I'm having
You
flashbacks
create a
when I
small
tried
light,
petty magic.
roughly equivalent to a torch, which glows from your hand, staff, or some other part of your person. Calm down. While the spell is active, you may choose to increase the illumination to that of a lantern or decrease it to that of a candle. So basically, it's the same light as a torch you are going to summon into creation. But you have to make a six. I mean, it's a you have to get 0 levels to do it, but you have to pass a language magic test.
Yeah.
in
You know,
order-
the chat was guessing which of the characters was going to die first.
Yeah.
Are we going to get... Oh, God.
Okay, is he doing
That
it?
just
What's he
happened?
doing? Oh, here we go. Oh,
I think you
Okay.
find.
it's a
And-
success.
And as I cast it, I should say, Milady should perhaps not call everyone a ruffian just because of how they look.
The girl in front of you, her eyes widen in fear, and she like starts to shrink back, and the warrior lady stands up, her hand going to her sword, and Lady Isolde turns, and she says, "This is all unnecessary." And the woman sits back down next to her.
Quite unnecessary.
Very well. One cannot judge every traveller by their clothing, especially on a night such as this.
I merely came to speak with you, milady. I apologise for the unnecessary showmanship of my
I
companion.
suggest you keep that to yourself as much as possible. You're lucky there are a few travellers in here this evening, and we're all bound off in the morning.
No. I didn't get a
Okay.
reroll, did
So
I?
you made a
Yeah, you did.
charm roll.
Well, yeah, I was trying to be charming.
You've
Well,
got a
charming,
reroll,
I
Simon.
failed, but eh?
You've
Did
got
I?
one.
Wicked. All right, we'll
Also,
give that
you
another
get-
go.
You have fortune points, which allow you rerolls as well.
Oh, I
That's very
forgot
true.
about fortune points.
Let's just go
Yeah.
with that. Let's just go with that.
Don't forget about your fate points as well.
Simon,
Oh, you've got
Magic.
2 rerolls, Simon.
Yes.
Okay, so you... Sorry, Ben, you were going to say something?
no, I was just pointing out that that's Simon and that's magic. And
Yeah. Okay.
No, I have attractive
Oh,
as a talent.
but should take that into account when you...
No. Attractive means when you successfully use charm to influence those attracted to you, you can choose to.
Oh, she's
either
not
use-
attracted to you.
Well, it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It does matter. That's the
It
talent.
says
No, it
those
doesn't.
attracted to you.
No. Let me please could just finish.
Okay, go on then.
Right. When you either use your success level or the number you rolled on the unit die, and the number I rolled on the unit die was 0. So it makes no difference anyway.
Yeah, that makes it 10.
Yeah.
If it
But
had applied.
if it had
Oh, would
applied,
it?
but it doesn't
Oh,
apply.
See, if she had been attracted to
Okay.
me, we would have got free travel.
And also, that skill boosts. So that talent boosts a skill, which is probably charm.
It is
I'd
charm.
imagine.
It is charm. Okay.
Yeah.
So that
I know.
you have a successful charm test. So that
Yeah.
actually means you get a +1 to that. So you're 2 success levels.
Yeah.
This is enough to make her want to carry on talking to you.
Okay.
And she
That's a win.
kind of looks across at you as well. What is causing you to interrupt my perfectly pleasant evening?
I shall nudge Anika.
I'm
What are you doing?
also making a charm.
Well, she's
roll.
talking. You passed the charm roll. She's carrying
Yeah,
on
I know,
talking
but
to
I also have attractive.
you. Okay, but you didn't pass your roll.
No, I didn't.
No.
No, we're both confused. I'm going
My
to look at
apologies.
Anika.
Collectively, this balances out at 0. You are currently in a combined test. Okay. So she kind of looks from one to the other of you.
My lady, your rather drunken coach driver has already promised us passage. However, it would be rude in the extreme to not beg of you safe passage as well. We had a coach travelling to Altdorf ourselves. Sadly, there was an accident. Our coach driver was killed. The coach itself was utterly ruined. Forgive our bedraggled appearance and sorry seeming, but we are not mere vagabonds of the road. We have a great and pressing need to reach Altdorf, and we would beg your indulgence on your journey rather than just assuming that your driver will permit us passage. We wish to ask you for your blessing to journey with you onwards to Altdorf rather than simply hitch a ride like roadside chaff on the side of a ragged mare.
The bodyguard, which you've all figured out by now, Neil Wiggum just subscribed. Hey.
Hey.
Is giving you a look like as you keep talking, Annika, the arms crossed, oh yeah, all right, here we go, blah 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 blah. Look comes across her face, but Lady Isolde is sort of, well, it is good that somebody here has the correct manners required in the presence of a lady, and because of this, yes, you may travel upon the coach. However, I unfortunately must inform you that the coach seats are all taken. So, yeah, although you may journey with us, as far as I'm concerned or am aware, you will have to use the exterior of the coach. And she says there is just not enough room. And sort of beside her seat and to one side, you see behind her a large collection of hat boxes, suitcases, boxes, all these kind of satchels and things. Lots of luggage there, sitting to one side. And she looks at you expectantly, like, yes?
As you say, my lady, it would be our pleasure and honour to accompany you and avail what aid we can on your journey. May the blessings of Myrmidia go with you, for you are a strong and independent woman who don't need no man. Sorry, that last bit slipped out.
Yeah,
Very
and I
well.
don't want to get stabbed by that woman because she's got a really big sword and she's about twice the size as me. And
She
I
does
shall
look-
walk backwards.
She is extremely muscular, the lady sitting next to her.
She's not attracted to me, is she?
No.
Is this
No.
the campaign?
But-
Okay.
But as
Find the wizard a girlfriend.
But as
Oh,
Welcome
hang on a
to
minute.
Role Playing with Simon.
Oh, it is on,
so-
Simon. It is on.
So the bodyguard stands up and says, "I think that's enough now. Move away. Stop bothering the mistress."
I've already moved away.
We'll see you in the morning, she says to Annika. As this is all going on,
We have to wait that long.
Hieronymus and Bernoth, you've seen they're off chatting with this lady, and the two of you are sitting there by the fire warming up. You've had some stew, it's quite tasty, some good carrots, and you think it was beef in there, and the ale is not too bad, it's pretty good. Any more, he's going to charge you a penny a cup of ale beyond the first. And while the two of you have been sitting there, something has caught your eye, and you can
Is
see
it the wizard?
no.
The really obvious wizard casting light in the
Well,
middle
that
of a
hasn't
pub.
quite happened yet. If we're
Okay.
following the same time, you can see on the back of the door that you came in, and you didn't originally see it because you've opened it up. It's now closed. There is a large poster with Hieronymus. You can read the title from here because you've got fairly good eyesight, and it says "Wanted, bold adventurers," and then there's a lot of text underneath that you can't read from a distance, but it's pinned with a nail at the top and the bottom, so it's fairly well placed up, and a fairly big piece of paper, which is why you've spotted it.
I'm assuming I can read it says that it's a wanted thing as well.
Yeah, you can see, but he's just kind of clocked it first and sees
Okay.
sees the headline. But yes.
Well, I'll have a read of that. Use my talent.
That looks
Maybe I'll
interesting.
write on it if I
Have you
fancy.
both got read right?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay.
Heresy.
So you're going to go and have a look.
Have a perusal.
Okay. So it says, "Wanted, bold adventurers, His Excellency the Crown Prince Hergard von Tassenink of the Grand Principality of Ostland hereby gives notice that he is currently resident in Altdorf and wishes to engage the services of a party of skilled adventurers. Employment is to begin as soon as possible for an indefinite period. Would-be applicants are forewarned that they shall be required to undertake a most perilous mission into unexplored regions of the Grey Mountains. The matter is of the utmost delicacy and absolute discretion is required. Remuneration is negotiable. Remuneration is negotiable depending on experience, but a minimum of 8 crowns per person per day is guaranteed. In addition to a generous bonus on completion of the mission, no laggards, cowards, or dwarfs need apply. Signed, personal scribe to Crown Prince Hergard." Right, and I need to take a very brief break, unfortunately. So if Millie,
You can leave us
Yeah.
on and we'll do a song and dance number if you want.
Oh, do you want to
Well,
talk about your characters a bit to the?
well, yeah, we'll
to the
gather
listeners?
we'll gather
Okay,
amongst
cool.
ourselves and chat.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
The fool.
No dwarves allowed.
If you get some big boots, you could probably look like a human.
All right, come on, let's do
A
this.
dwarf and a halfling in a trench coat.
Rod, tell us a bit more about your character. What's he called again?
Yes.
Because I can't remember because I've
so
drunk an
his-
entire bottle of mead so far.
His name is Bernoth Anvilfist. He is a member of the Anvilfist clan of Karak Asgaraz, who specialise in metalsmithing.
Yeah, so he is a metalsmith, but at the same time, he's also something else. What does he do professionally?
He dabbles in metalsmithing as
He
far as
dabbles.
dwarves are concerned. He's a master
Professionally,
to a
what is he?
human, but professionally he's a ranger. So
One of
his
them
job is
rangers
to-
from the
is to
north.
patrol the mountains around Karak Asgaraz and make sure that anything bad, i.e. greenskins, humans that aren't where they're supposed to be,
Halflings.
halflings, especially
What does it
halflings.
mean about halflings? I won't have it.
No, mainly things like trolls, orcs,
Definitely, he's a reindeer.
anything that goes on of that ilk. However, of course, he has, as you know, Ben, made an oath to someone.
He has.
And
Yes, we know about the
hence-
oath. And oaths are important to dwarves.
Oaths
don't
are
know about
incredibly
the oath.
important to dwarf.
I know about the oath.
We
Yes,
don't know about
which-
the oath.
You don't know about the oath because you're Brucey.
Yeah.
Did we want to tell them about the oath, Ben?
I won't listen.
I
think we
don't
should-
mean I don't mean the party. I meant the viewers.
Oh, okay.
the viewers. You could tell the viewers about the oath. Go on, do it.
So Ben's character is on the run from her family. Ben's character is a noble. If you want to elaborate a bit on that.
I will do. Yes. The Blessed Annika is actually Annika von Holgau, a noble daughter of the House of Holgau, the ambassador to the Estalian Empire. Are they an empire as well? I can't remember.
They're a nation. They're not.
They're a
an empire.
nation, but she's the ambassador to. She's not the ambassador. Her dad's the ambassador to them, and she has fallen afoul of a great shame to her family and been sent home to be married to a douchebag that she doesn't want to marry. So she's on the run and has sworn an oath to swear to Myrmidia, which saves her from having to get married. And Hammerfist over here knows about it.
Anvil Fist.
Him too. Knows all about it, but sees that an oath to the gods is more important than an oath to some rich twat.
Yeah. So
So he's keeping my secret.
after a skirmish in the mountains where a group of Dowie fought alongside a group of humans, we were celebrating with, of course, much ale. And during this is where Annika informed Bernoth about her oath to Myrmidia, and Bernoth made an oath to see her oath fulfilled, which
So many oaths, it's like a meta oath.
much regrets upon sobering up in the morning. However, a dwarf is is of their
He's a
word.
man of his word.
Dwarf of his
And
word.
we'll see that
Meanwhile,
oath,
Herr
And-
Kruger.
and we'll
the
see that
wizard.
oath fulfilled, even if it takes the rest of Annika's life, which isn't that long, really.
Isn't
that
that
long?
long? Because you're a dwarf, and that's about half an hour, really.
What kind of wizard is Heinkel?
So Heinkel is a Jade Wizard, or
Ooh.
plans to be a Jade Wizard. So Jade Wizards are things like
wizards.
helping farmers, with their crops, that kind of thing. And everything to, weather. You can do stuff with weather. But he's, he is kind of, because he's only like so low down, he can't even cast any of that. He doesn't even, he hasn't even read it.
When he grows up, he wants to be a real mage.
Well, no, I think basically his background is he's like the third child kind of thing, completely useless to his family, and as everything in the Empire, if you're not of value to your family, that's it. You're just palmed off, aren't you?
Hey, at least you managed to avoid the church.
McNeil's
Wait,
5
hang on.
asks, have you become a Jade Wizard so you can summon bees?
Well, I may well see if that's a possibility.
Oh God,
in the future.
Flock of Doom is now going to be Flock of Bees.
Flock of
Yeah,
doom
but I'm not,
bees! Doom bees!
Not thought about bees yet.
His
Um,
background is he's a biologist.
I'm not a biologist.
He's not a
in this-
biologist.
Not in this.
Don't typecast Simon into one narrow role. He's a man of many talents. He can be a crazy lunatic, whatever
I'm a
he's
man of
playing.
many narrow roles.
The biologist.
He will,
what is
however,
it?
always be the tallest.
LV426? Is that
I
the?
will always be the tallest.
How tall is your character, Simon?
Just taller than everyone else.
Just as a matter of interest, can you give us a number?
4'10".
No, I can't give you a number. That doesn't work. I'm merely taller than everyone else.
Just don't want to admit to a number, just in case Brucey turns out to be like, I don't know, 5'11".
You see, I think
Brucey's
I think
5'10",
Brucey
I
is
rolled
1
for it.
inch taller.
Brucey's
There you go.
5'10",
Brucey
I
is
rolled
only
it.
5'10", so you're safe there. I
Actually,
also rolled
5'10" is
for
quite
it.
tall in the old world.
And
Yeah.
the Blessed Annika is 5'11". She's an Amazonian giant woman.
Yeah, well, she may
Leon.
be taller than me.
I'm only 3'4".
You're only 3'4", but what's your favourite pie? Let's get to the important questions.
A mix of pork and beef together
Ooh.
with apple in it. It's
Like
fantastic.
generic meat pie.
Like overload meat pie, bursting at the seams meat pie.
Overloaded, bursting at the
The
seams
meat feast pie.
Yeah. Oh, make your toes curl, it will.
Why
Does
aren't
it-
you
or
in the
does it-
moot?
I'm not in Moot because I joined the army as a medic. So that's
Which is unusual because quite often halflings in the military end up as quartermasters
Or cooks.
or cooks.
or
There's a lot
cooks.
of cooks, but I'm quite dexterous with my hands. So I
People
good
want to
at the
know,
old
do you
arts and
like
crafts.
flan? Put cinnamon on the apples with sultanas and Stilton. Safino's a wrong un.
More food, the better.
All the chat
Melted
are
cheese on
asking
top.
all the best halfling questions.
The best halfling questions. Marmite, get out, Minac. There's no place for you here.
Marmite's delicious.
Oh
I'm
dear.
with you on that one.
And
Oh,
we've
a blue and
created
blue
the
pie.
Marmite schism in Garblag straight away. Millie, the only reason I've come to you last is because you're the last one along my Zoom window.
Ah, I see.
Brucey,
Yeah, Brucey.
tell us about Brucey. Brucey's a river woman.
He's a river woman.
male
yes.
river woman.
A boy river woman. So that's the class. The class is river woman. The first level of that class is greenfish. And then
A green fishy river woman who's a guy.
yeah, he's a
Green
guy.
around the
yeah.
gills.
He's a
So you could say a riverman.
yeah, river man. He's a river
Sure.
man. He's a greenfish. But he dreams of dancing and the stage of Altdorf. He wants to be, such as WFRP, you don't get to choose. You have your career thrown upon you, and it's not always cool. You're not always a
Jared
rat
L says
catcher.
river mom.
River man, yeah. So yeah, Brucey, like, I don't know if anybody else has silly traditions with RPGs, but whenever I've played WFRP, I've always picked some sort of like 70s or 80s kind of character, like TV personality. So we've had like Gloria Honeyford and
Oh, do tell us about Gloria Honeyford, please, because Gloria Honeyford is beautiful.
she's the best dwarf ever. So when we've played WFRP second edition, again you roll your careers and that kind of stuff, and we rolled a dwarf, which was great, and then we rolled a pit fighter, which is also like, oh my god, that's amazing! You're good at stuff, and so she was Gloria Honeyford.
Now, for the non-Brits among us, who is Gloria Honeyford?
She's just like a daytime TV host. She's like, what is the one with Whoopi Goldberg in America? And they do is it Little Women or no? What's the? Do you know the daytime TV chat, and it has like Whoopi Goldberg and a couple of other.
To be honest, Twitch aren't really being much help because they're still talking about Twiglets dipped in Marmite.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Twiglets in Marmite.
That's gotta.
That sounds
The
awesome.
View, apparently.
Yes. So
They've got
like
it.
go backwards in time, like I was gonna say 20 years, but it's not. It's like 40 years.
Keep going.
So yeah, go
He was
backwards.
great.
Go backwards in time 40 years. And
Pretend we don't remember it.
Yeah, pretend we don't remember it. And there was a British TV show called Cobble Mill. Nobody remembers that, right?
Not Pebble Mill.
Pebble Mill. That
If it was
Pebble
40
Mill.
years ago, that's
Pebble
before
Mill.
I was born.
Shit. But yeah, there was Pebble Mill, and it was basically The View but 80s.
I just think it's great that you remembered it as Cobble Mill.
Because I'm northern, right?
That's
Hey.
a class thing, isn't it?
You and me both
Cobble.
just corrected her to Pebble Mill, so we remembered it as well.
But yeah, she was like the host of that. She was Gloria Honeyford, and she's like just a lovely daytime TV person. So it's brilliant that I managed to turn her into this pit fighting dwarf. It's just like, I'm gonna punch you to death. And Gloria once walked out of a manor with a dining table on her back. So that started my tradition of naming my WFRP characters after some sort of 80s TV personality. Bruce Forsyth is a very good dancer. He's very chatty.
He's not, he's dead.
Well, he's dead, yeah, but you didn't have to just drop the... yeah, all right.
It kind of gets in the way of being a good dancer.
It
He
does.
used to be the host of Strictly Come Dancing.
Strictly, he did Strictly.
And before that,
Generation
Price
Game.
is Right.
And The
Generation
Price is Right and the
Game.
Generation
What's
Game.
the
He was the
one with
host
the
of a
cars?
lot
What's the
of
one with the
daytime
cars?
TV programs.
And quiz
Oh,
shows.
no, he was a prime-time game show.
Yeah.
He
presenter.
was. He was
Cuddly
the man,
Toy.
wasn't he?
Cuddly Toy.
And we don't talk about any accusations raised against him because Brucey.
He's Brucey, yeah,
He was always a little bit creepy.
he was.
He had that sort of dodgy tash thing going on.
I think to put it in context for our American viewers, Bruce Forsyth, think Bob Barker.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean,
Yeah,
Bob
he was
Barker and
England's
Bruce
Bob
Forsyth are
Barker.
kind of like transatlantic cousins.
I think we've upset Safino because Safino's only just found out that Bruce Forsyth is dead.
Oh no.
Safino,
still
I'm
living
sorry
the
to tell
dream.
you that there's a reason he's not on Strictly anymore, and it's because it would upset people.
We've not yet leveled up to that high. There's no
I know
necromancers
British
in the
reality
BBC.
TV is fairly shit, but actually having a corpse on the TV generally frowned upon.
It's all suddenly got very morbid.
Yeah,
Let's bring this around. Millie,
in the midnight
so
hour,
you're...
we
Millie,
cry
about
more,
Brucey.
more.
Brucey. So yeah, Brucey wants to be on the stage at Altdorf. There are a couple of theatres out there. Wants to do a bit of dancing. He's very good with people. He's suave. Yeah,
Does Brucey want to do river dance?
he does. Yeah, all below the waist.
River person.
Yeah. I
Those
got it.
kids.
I
Yeah.
got it.
I'll be quiet.
Yeah, he's he rolled randomly supernumerate in his random talents, which is great because obviously you need to be supernumerate to know if the next card is going to be higher or lower.
Yes.
Obviously, he can't
Obviously.
read. He's just good at numbers.
And
God.
the weird
Why
thing
do I
there is
always
that
get an
Simon
illiterate
was
son?
the last person to get supernumerate. Supernumeracy, Sharadel, is a
Basically, he's
corporate
got
skill that makes you good at maths.
he's got a basic calculator in his brain.
At least you didn't get trade farmer. I would have been
in-
devastated.
Is that why
Let's
you're a life
steal.
wizard, Simon? So you can have trade farmer, but with
Oh,
magic
Simon's character had supernumerate
and trade farmer.
and trade farmer, and would often try to parlay either of those skills into everything.
Yep.
I played a purple wizard once and tried to do that.
So
Just
not
all my
having trade
skills are
farmer
awful.
or supernumerate really puts Simon at a disadvantage.
No, because I have attractive.
So do I.
I'm
I
just
know.
More alarmingly,
gregarious.
magic.
No, I think the attractiveness may be more alarming than the magic.
I don't
Give
know.
him a
He just
chance.
cast a spell in the middle of a tavern.
Should we?
Yeah.
should
Right,
we
we've
continue?
waffled enough. And
Yeah,
Pete's back,
we've had some
so
fun.
Apologies for my absence.
You don't need to apologise.
Don't
We've had a great
apologise.
time. Chat's had a
Anyway.
great
We've been
time.
talking about
Cool.
Cobble Mill,
Cobble
Oh.
Mill, which is like Pebble Mill, but northern.
Northern.
Okay, we're there. We're there in the evening. Right. Okay. Cool. So,
And Marmite.
so Hieronymus and Bernoth, you have both just seen this wanted bold adventurers poster. The no laggards, cowards, or dwarves need apply. Signed, personal scribe to Crown Prince Hergard. However, the minimum of 8 crowns per person per day guaranteed.
Pretty good.
Sounds pretty good.
Well, it would do if they were allowing dwarves. Racist.
We can sneak you in.
You can borrow my coat. And one of you can stand on the other one's shoulders.
I saw this show once where 2 blokes dressed as a horse, so that fooled me.
That would have been nice, but doesn't like dwarves for some reason.
Suddenly behind you, there is the Bretonnian. Ah, Monsieur, this poster has taken many people off on folly, I am sure. Look at it. With this lies. Who can pay these men 8 crowns per day?
Well, if he's a noble, he'll have the gold.
There we. Speaking of gold. He pulls out his cards.
Oh. You fancy a flutter?
A game of skill and chance, my friend. Oui, monsieur. Come on, sit down at the table.
Right, what's your game?
Let me get to the right page.
Cripple
Oh,
Mr.
dear.
Onion?
Shit's going down. Leon's gambling. Leon's not a gambler. Leon's a winner.
Okay.
Can Leon afford to gamble? Has Leo got any money?
Not yet.
Doesn't matter. He's not going to lose.
He looks
Is he
you up and down.
supernumerate though? That's the question.
Why do we gamble, Master
Perhaps
Bruce?
a few games of the Scarlet Empress. It says, which is a popular card game in the Empire. That's a few hands.
Scarlet Empress, like Black Jack.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, okay.
Perhaps.
Sorry.
No similarity there at all.
None at all.
What are your stakes?
Medium rare, hopefully.
2 shilling. Come, tell me,
About
my
myself.
little friend, what can you bring to the table?
Well, shake my coin purse with my 4 brass pennies in.
Okay.
It's
He
like,
says, Cat.
I'm a little light.
He pulls 4 brass pennies from his pocket, and
You can hear brass.
and in his hand he says, "Let us play." And he sits down. He puts 4 on the table in front of him.
I only have to double my
This
money a
first
few
hand
times to get
for
a
your
fortune.
4 brass pennies.
Suddenly the band is a mariachi band, and they're that band from Dusk Till Dawn.
Right, do you want to gamble with... he tells you his name is Philippe Descartes.
Philip Descartes. Right, Philip. Yeah, I'm up for a hand. If you think you can afford to lose,
Like,
Right.
a bit out of character, maybe. Does Brucey know that Patches is skint?
That's up to Patches.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Does Brucey know? Or have you...
maybe. I don't see a reason to keep secrets.
Alright,
I'd
so...
have been probably bragging about no money to try and like blag off the rest of you.
Alright,
We would have said that you'd spent all of your money on the coach trip. Because if it was 2 shillings to get on the coach.
alright, so at one point, at like the most sort of suave moment, Brucey will enable some further gambling and be like, "This looks incredibly complicated, friends. Look, Patches. If I give you 10 more brass pennies, can I watch and learn?" And I'll look at the Bretonian. Brucey will look at him and be like, "Is that allowed?"
Mais oui, monsieur.
All right.
We can educate you in this game of ours. And
Do-
then perhaps you will take a hand as well.
Do you get anything for a pair? It's worth 10
À
pennies.
toi.
It's worth 10 pennies. So I'll give Patches 10 pennies and just watch for a bit.
Okay. So, Patches, you now have 14 pennies.
I do.
Well, how much do you? He said 2 shillings, but that's more than you have even now. So he did say he'd play for 4 pennies though on the
Yeah.
first hand.
Well, he's playing for 14 pennies now, isn't he? Gonna double my money even quicker.
Oh, monsieur, I like you. Let us play.
Everybody give Leon all your money so he can lose it.
Okay, Leon, if you'd like to make a
Gamble?
Where are we? Hang on. It is gamble. I'm just
Perception.
looking up the difficulty. It is challenging gambling.
Okay.
Guessing it's opposed.
So
Now I've got the mariachi song.
It is
from,
opposed, and I'm going to roll for Philippe Descartes.
so when I click gamble, I obviously get the little box comes up. Is this where I
Yep.
stick the
Challenging.
difficulty? And it's
Desperado.
challenging.
Yes,
So it's already on challenging. That's
it's already
good.
on challenging.
So okay.
Let's get your hand.
You have got rerolls.
Have I?
And
Please.
just to let you know,
I've got my points
these are
as well.
private GM rolls. So I
Ooh.
will tell you what happens.
I'm gonna use one of my rerolls. Thank you for telling me. I've not been good at monitoring the chat.
Oh, you've got 1, but you've also got fortune points. Don't forget.
On luck.
Hey,
Oh, 3 success levels.
3 success levels. Okay, well, you wipe the floor with him in the first round. He's, "Oh, monsieur, you are natural. This is excellent.
You're right.
You bear in
So
mind,
you-
Leon, that if need be, we can stab him.
You're
See,
not
now
there.
that
You're
wasn't
over
me.
at the other end
That
of the
Murder the
room.
wasn't me.
whole bar.
Oh dear.
Doesn't work that way in WFRP.
Yeah. Welcome to the enemies. You are the enemy within. That's the problem. Okay, right. So he says, one more.
Yeah, I don't think I can ever say no.
And what is your ante?
28 brass pennies now. Good friend.
Ah.
Oh, come on, you missed a trick there, Leon. My auntie, she's a lovely lady. Makes a really good apple pie.
Okay, so he puts 2 silver shillings.
Oh, you got a re-roll.
What was
Thank
it?
you.
28, wasn't it? So he puts 2 silver shillings and 4p on the table and slides it on. The silver shillings are quite shiny.
Isn't a shilling 12 pennies though?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you had 28, so 2, 24, and 4 pennies.
Oh,
28.
okay. Brucey's supernumerate. Millie isn't.
Yeah.
I feel your pain. This
Okay.
is why I don't play characters that can count.
Slides those coins across the table. You've got your big mound of brass pennies, so you've got a reroll. Okay, so let's have another roll.
Still challenging?
It's still challenging. Yep.
Okay. Reroll that. Thank you for the rerolls, guys.
What are you rolling on, Leon?
Gamble. It's my gamble skill.
But what skill does it come off of?
Gamble.
Intelligence.
Oh.
Sorry, my reroll.
Let me
You
just,
re-rolling? Okay.
Yeah.
So what did you get?
-1 skill level.
Okay. He looks at his cards and throws them down into the deck. Mad! Oh, monsieur, you are too good for me. Perhaps you would allow me to have one more
I
hand
fear
with
that
you,
Mamidia might
monsieur.
complain if I start spending blessings on
I'm gambling, yeah.
gambling.
I don't think it would work.
Coins again. So that gave me 2 silver shillings.
Yep.
And another 4p. Right.
And he says, "Oh, monsieur, perhaps one more."
I don't know. I'm suspicious of people that lose
Got
this
another
often.
re-roll.
Got another reroll.
But I'm feeling lucky. Yeah.
This is where you do that card cut where you flick the cards in your hand that way, and some of them jump up and spin around and land back on the pile again.
Oh, I've
Perhaps
heard
we
about
should
people
play
being
for
shocked before.
4 shillings.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind getting some of those shillings and pennies.
Ever. God, and he starts dealing them out. Right.
4
Let's have
shillings
another-
it is.
Let's have another gamble roll from yourself.
Dun, dun, dun. God, I'm like James Bond, but short. Oh! +3 success levels.
You rolled a
Wow.
1.
Oh!
Oh, Leon, use a fortune point to give yourself an extra success level.
Oh, can I? Right.
And
Maybe fortune
somebody
points.
needs to be watching this guy for cheating, because I suspect
he
that at this
also
point he's going to
has-
cheat his bitch off.
I'm watching the game because I'm not playing, but
Yeah. Hang on. He also has. Hang on. I just need to check a couple of
Sleight of
things.
hand.
No worries.
Here we go.
Where are my
No,
fortune?
not
I found them.
He's got 2 talents that give him success level bonuses. Let's see.
Bastard.
Yes, that one does, and I believe that one will as well. Yes. Oh no. Oh, so it's got +1. So he's got 4 success levels so far. And does he have any? No, I don't think he's got any fame or fortune. What are you doing?
Well, my cheat says that I have 0 fortune points. So where would they have come from if I had any?
it's the same as the amount of fates that you have.
Same as fate. Okay, so 3.
There you go. Do you want to use a fortune point?
To give me 1 extra.
Or
Yeah.
if you want, you can take a corruption point to have a reroll.
Get better than a 1.
I can't actually beat my roll,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
I'll spend the fortune point for one extra skill level, just so.
Can you spend
Okay.
more than one fortune point?
Wouldn't have thought so.
No, you can't on one. You can't on one roll.
I'm not
Okay,
even sure that.
so you tie, so you have to play another round. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Can I watch him and just I want to see if he's
Okay.
putting
Yep,
anything sneaky with his hands?
he's dealing away.
Yeah.
Right. Make a gamble roll.
Does he seem legitimate? I guess he seems legitimate.
Oh, you want to make a perception roll?
Just
See if
wanna
you can
check if he's-
see anything.
cheating or not? Yeah.
Yep.
So perception first. 2 seconds. Where's my perception gone? There it is. +3 skill level. Yeah, sorry, +3.
Only one.
Oh,
That's
one
awesome.
again.
You rolled a 1 again.
Nice.
Is that not a critical? No, it's not a critical.
No,
No,
it's
it's not
not.
double.
And Derbler.
What's this Bretonian up to?
Oh,
Impressive failure.
he fails. Yeah. So you
Oh,
win.
I only did a
Leon
perception
hasn't-
test.
Leon
Oh, you did a
hasn't
perception test.
rolled his-
Yeah, I've
You've
got
Okay,
to
you
do
got to
a
roll your
gamble.
gamble. You got to
Yeah.
roll your gamble. He's actually going to use his luck talent to re-roll his test.
Okay. I'm going to use my reroll from the audience that I didn't use last time.
Ah, excellent. Right, here we go. Let's re-rolls. After you, monsieur. Ho ho ho. Ha ha ha.
Can you use fortune after using an audience reroll?
I think you can only get one re-roll per thing.
Yeah, per check. That sounds. Otherwise, you can just sort of spam them.
Okay, so he beats you.
Oh,
So he takes the money.
always happens
Oh,
eventually.
monsieur. Oh, je suis désolé. Monsieur, oh, perhaps your friend may have some more of the shillings waiting to back you up.
Oh, I don't know. No, I think I need to go take a walk.
You've still come out with more than you started with.
Try and find my luck.
No, he doesn't. He bet everything.
No,
No,
I've-
a lot. No, the last
I-
game was on. The last
What are
game
you
was
down
on 4
to?
shillings.
Hang on, I need to do. What was I on?
Quick maths. How many pennies have you got?
36. I started deducting them, and then everyone started talking. I think I'm down to 8.
Okay,
No, it's 24,
Yeah.
and I was on 32. So yeah, 8.
8. So you've got.
I doubled.
Yeah, he just he lost 10.
One
I
more,
know to quit
monsieur,
when I'm
one
ahead.
more.
For how much?
Brucey
Perhaps-
just does this, like, wait, no, you're on 8. I gave you 10. I could do this maths.
Yeah,
No,
but I only had 4, so I'm up.
Well, he puts 8 brass pennies on the table. One more, monsieur. One more. One more.
All right.
Just
Oh, I'll give you one more because you're so attractive, unlike my wizard companion.
Right, roll.
-3.
You've still got fortune, Leon.
Oh. I'm going to use my luck. He's got luck 3, this guy.
I think this is pretty much how
I'm gonna
Patch's luck goes.
I'm going to re-roll.
Leon, I've got a reroll you can have if you want.
So it's
Same
a draw. So it's a draw. So
fortune
we need to do
refreshes every
another-
time. So
One more
Leon,
round.
do you want my reroll?
No, it's okay. I think there's a
Leon,
reason
use
Patches
fortune
only
and
started the game with 4 pennies.
use fortune, give yourself another success level, and win.
I can get it on the next
seems
hand.
to
I
be
can get it on the
getting
next
a
hand.
bit annoyed.
Hey, you got a reroll.
You got a re-roll. Norman Smith. You guys just talking long enough for a re-roll to
Okay.
sneak in there.
I'll use that reroll. -3 again. So, okay.
Okay.
So the next
So
hand.
it's a draw. So
Yeah.
we need to make another hand. So please roll.
Come on. -1.
Keep turning it onto a public roll.
Dun, dun.
Oh, you beat him.
Hey.
Ah, now things are a little more equal. Perhaps we are back in the game.
Oh, I think I've pushed it as much as I can once I've already lost 4 shillings.
I insist, one more round.
Maybe. What else you got? Anything for not money?
I've got a cuddly toy.
Looks at you confused.
I don't know. Have you got skills, services? Must be handy.
I am heading to Altdorf. Altdorf.
Oh yeah, you're on the coach with that posh pin over there.
This is an ugly place. Yes, I'm heading out on the coach in the morning. So, are you?
Yeah, we're meant to be. Trying to think what I've got to offer him.
Enjoy the roof.
Gamble for a seat. Like sit inside versus sit on the roof.
Thank you, Bruce.
I love it. That's cool.
I've well, because I'm so small, they're letting me ride. No, I'm not riding inside. I'm riding up on the roof. You got a nice seat inside. How about we gamble for seats?
No, monsieur.
Says Brucey.
Oh, are you doing that?
Yeah, you'll do that.
Okay, make an intimidate.
Oh gosh.
And I will make a willpower roll.
Bruce is too nice to
See if he
intimidate.
can, or a
No,
cool roll. Sorry, a cool roll. See if he can handle it.
Oh, it's a failure.
Cool. Defaults on a private GM roll, so you guys can't see it. So, his cool is 60. So he got -0. So he beat you. It's like, no, it's time for bed, monsieur. I must
So
get my beauty sleep.
So instead of intimidating him, can I turn around to the rest of the tavern and go, "Oh, the Bretonian is too cool to gamble and ride on the roof? Oh, it must get his hair wet. Look at the feather. He must have a hat with a feather."
Okay, so you're doing that.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Okay, let's have another opposed roll then.
Okay. The Bretonian with the hat. Yeah.
I'll give you +10 because you are making other people think bad of him, and you can see he's quite a vain.
Yeah.
He only does it in 20s on the roller.
No, the pluses go. Yeah, sorry, +20. Sorry, the negatives go in 10s, but the pluses are only in.
So is this another intimidate? Is that what it is?
Yes, intimidate average.
Sure. Okay.
And I will roll a cool.
Oh, same again. The room is not Brucey's friend.
You've got
No.
rerolls as well.
Which is strange because the room is normally Bruce's friend, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, he ignores you.
Everybody's
and,
drunk. Doesn't
slopes
listen
off
to me.
Yeah, they're all drunk or not looking. And he slopes off to his room.
I look at Patches and says, "If they were awake, that would have worked. Like everybody wants to pick on the Breton. It's a thing that happens."
Okay. And as you guys are standing there, you suddenly see a bright light shining from the other end of the room. As
I tried. I'm sorry.
cast his light spell.
The hell.
And the others don't see it, but the crow, starts flapping around and looking slightly perturbed. And the young man, sitting with his book, looks up, slightly alarmed. And the crow. Sorry, I keep saying raven. I've read that thing about the ravens. The crow flaps across the room and perches on a picture frame above above the chap's head, peering down at the book he is reading. And it starts to read aloud. The bird. And the man's eyes bulge in alarm, and he looks up at this crow, and he's like, "No, no, no!" And suddenly, black, billowing smoke starts to pour out of the pages of the book, billowing out across the room, and swirling into behind. And you guys are just finishing your conversation, and you've just turned around as this smoke starts to pour out of this book, and you all see this happening at the same time. And this smoke starts rolling around the room. It's kind of got a purpley tinge to it, and it sort of rolls it into a strange form. You're all standing there watching it, and it seems to be taking around to form. and we're going to need everyone to roll initiative.
Combat.
Yep.
No. No.
Is it just a flat initiative roll, isn't it?
No. Go to combat.
Combat?
Should be. Oh, I set initiative.
I don't have it in combat.
I've got nothing in combat.
No.
I've got it in main under initiative.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
It's going to be an initiative test then, and for now we'll just have an initiative test, and whoever gets the most success level.
Woo! 0 success levels.
Plus
so
2.
let's just click initiative.
Oh, cool!
Why does it say Sam?
I don't know.
Because it's a player name change that we had a different player originally, and
Oh, okay.
okay, so it's not Hieronymus. Okay, so
It's not a...
so Brucey bonus. You're
He does have a
like
bonus.
standing there. All this is going on, and the Bretonian has marched off. It's definitely not Heinkel. And you turn around and you see this form appearing. This strange, tentacled, small creature. A mixture of feathers and tentacles seems to appear.
Those are bad. Things with tentacles, bad.
Yeah,
before
yeah.
you know it, you're all going to act in that round, in that order next episode, because in front of you appears a lesser demon summoned from the book that the man who's running out the back door has been reading this whole time in the room.
Sneaky
And
fucker.
we will leave our episode there, as I don't know if you can put the picture. It's hard to get an actual right picture for this. Let me see if I can get him in there and then make him. No, that hasn't worked. Anyway, as a Flugerdach, a lesser demon, appears in the room, it is swirling along as it kind of comes into existence from whatever horrible place it's just come. Its tongue whipping out, feathers along its arms, and strange tentacles coming off the back of its head. And
I don't approve.
We will need everyone to make fear tests next time, and we shall leave our episode there.
Run!
Oh.
Okay. Right.
They also have flee as a talent.
Oh no, Garblag, you've disappeared. A tentacled monster has gotten you.
I know. You can hear me though, can't you?
Yes, we can hear you, yeah.
It has been an evening fraught with technical and home challenges.
Logistical difficulties.
But thank you everyone for joining us. That has been the first episode, after a fashion, of Enemy in Shadows, our Enemy Within campaign that we are now running here on Garblag Games, sponsored by Cubicle 7 and Games Workshop. So thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to my players for putting up with an awkward GM tonight. But that was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. And Neil WGM, who's now in the Discord and probably contacting me right now, is the winner of our copy of Enemy in Shadows. Now, I was just trying to get up on my phone the list of prizes for next time, but I can't seem to find it on my computer right now.
But
next
they'll
time
just
we will
have
be
to follow you on like Twitter or join
yeah.
the Discord to find out.
and Facebook and all those things, and we'll be announcing on Twitter in the next couple of days what the PDFs are. We're giving away 2 PDFs next week, some of their recent PDFs, and there's been a whole slew of activity at Cubicle 7. So there's been Middenheim, there's been Archives of the Empire, there's been Shrines of Sigmar, there's been the monuments, the buildings, all kinds of stuff going on at Cubicle 7. So there's loads of things, and in fact you can go over to there. That should work. that going to work?
It did
Yes,
work.
there you go. You can check out all of WFRP stuff at the link in the chat right now. So, we will see you next week on Tuesday. We have the Scheherazade Protocol over on the Free League Twitch channel.
Episode 3,
Yes.
whereupon our merry band of space adventurers might actually get to their destination and try and catch a space probe traveling at near light speed.
Yes.
Won't that be easy? In the now heavily damaged ship.
Heavily
It's so much fun.
damaged. We've got a space ninja assassin woman
Yep.
in cryo.
What could possibly go wrong?
It's lots of
It's
fun.
fine. Everything is
also,
fine.
on Wednesday, we have starting an as yet untitled, although I believe it's going to be about X-Wing Squadron, Star Wars West End Games D6 show.
Ooh.
I
Beginning
find your
next
lack
Wednesday.
of faith disturbing.
I believe, Roger, you're playing in that one, aren't you?
I am.
You are. Excellent, excellent. And it's going to be character creation first, and then I think 5 or 6 episode show running on Wednesdays after that. And then obviously next Thursday we have episode 2, hopefully with fewer hitches, of Enemy in Shadows, where we'll be giving away more PDFs. So please join us next week on Garblag Games for all these cool things. Thank you to everyone who's followed us tonight. We have got to 594 followers tonight, which is absolutely
Big shout out to some of the people in chat, especially Orkenspalter. Thank you so
for
much
all the rerolls.
Yes, thank you for
coming
the,
over from
absolutely
Free League channel and
Yep.
hanging out with us and bringing 1 million people with you. We
fantastic.
appreciate.
And everyone who subscribed tonight, thank you very much. And we will see you on the Discord, on Facebook, on Twitter over the weekend. And this will be up on YouTube at the weekend for people to catch up with it there. Okay, well, thank you very much, everyone. We've been Garblag Games, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.